It's Sunday night primetime. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Set to kick off.
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen. That's the rookie Tyler Luke. He begins this one. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Right up.
First carry of the game now, and here's Breece Hall. He gets free. Inside the 20. And he will go all the way. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Browning on to kick this one away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. His ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35.
Ready.
We're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. That'll give him 4 yards.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 6.
Here we go. 19, 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
At the 47-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Milrow. Catch made there, left side by Walker. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Packers.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers So critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. The rookie from Alabama on target there. It is a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Ready. Steady.
Henderson trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. Second and goal from the 2, what do you do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on second and goal.
Flush to his right. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Jalen Milroe. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Here we go. Right, 80. Stop.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of
17 yards that time. The number 17.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Stop.
On the handoff, here comes Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage.
On one, ready?
Make you work for everything you get.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 9.
11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Open man, is Shaheed. That's complete. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Steeler first down.
First down.
Let's get set.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
4 yards.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Burrow here on second down. He'll swing this one out to Hall. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Now Burrow on the bootleg. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. That is Will McDonald. He gets in to drop it. It's a loss of 8. First down was not very good. Here's second and goal.
Here we go.
He'll get this out to the left flat.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Third and goal.
Here we go. 12. Can. Start. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Start.
Now, Burrow. He's got it at the 3.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Here we go. Stop. 180. 180. Start.
Burrow to throw for it on fourth down. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. He works free, right side. He's to midfield. Inside the 30.
I don't hate the decision, Mike. Be aggressive. Come away with a touchdown. But what the quarterback understands in this situation is you just can't hold the ball. You got to get it out of your hand. Give your guy a chance to come down with it. And he puts the ball in harm's way and results in a pick.
The tight end Fant in motion.
Let's go.
Here's a toss left side for Henderson. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13.
Get it. Pat the 60. Pat.
Throwing is Milrow. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
The man in motion is Watson. He'll try to run for it with Henderson. And he will have a Packers first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down.
Buffalo 18. Come on.
Milrow. Pass right side, going to be taken in by Walker. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he's going to be close to the first down. Out of bounds, just a little short. At least to pick it up on third down.
While he was running away from the pocket, Mike, I was wondering, was he going to just throw that one away or try to make something out of nothing? Give him credit. He does a nice job picking up some positive yardage before he's forced to go out of bounds.
Third and inches.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Milrow. Forced out wide. To the pylon, he's in. Jalen Milrow. Touchdown, Packers. That his second touchdown tonight. The extra point is good. And the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Brown now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go.
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a loss of a yard.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, can. 11 empty.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this.
Gun. Shot. Right 80. 11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. Stop.
Second down. Burrow. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Big 13. 11. 12. 11 Thomas.
Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And we will not have a return. This one hit in the field of play and bounces out of bounds.
30-yard line.
On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. Inside the 35. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about. on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Brown now to return it. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. And he'll take it back for the touchdown. What a tremendous mistake there. You want to secure the ball and give it to your offense, not give it up to the other team for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I think this is the fine line that all kick returners face, Mike. I think they all want to be impact players. When they get the ball in their hands, they think every play can be 6. But sometimes you got to know when it's over. You got to make sure at the end of this play, my offense is able to take the field and maintain possession. In this case, not only do you turn it over, you give them a quick touchdown on the other side.
Brown now to return it. Now a hit, and he lost the football. And I believe he was somehow able to get it back. He was. And after just giving up a touchdown, they are lucky they didn't turn this into another one. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. He's got it. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Cut.
Off the RPO, this one to McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Out of bounds.
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
6. Brings up second and 4.
Here we go, here we go. 180. 180, hot. Cut.
To throw is Burrow. Moving to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
12.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Here we go. 180. What you got? Cut.
Burrow throwing on fourth down. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on fourth down.
A gain of 12 yards.
Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break.
At the 6-yard line.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal.
Start. 11. Start.
Burrow. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Now second down, throws to the end zone. It's intercepted. That's a linebacker
comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Come on, set! Hawk 70.
They'll throw on first down with Milroe. Going up top. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it'll bring up second down.
We see this so often, they call it sudden change. So they teach defenses, Mike. This is a little predictable here. They teach defenses, if we have to take the field following a turnover or some sort of sudden change situation, expect a deep play, expect a trick play. It's just the way offensive coordinators call plays immediately after taking over the possession. And in this case, the defense was ready for it and falls incomplete.
19 Tiger. Let's go.
Milroe gonna look to run it himself. Now his timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Third, they need 8.
Nice. Cowboy 80. Ready,
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. On fourth down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. And this is a pretty good result. That kick will head out of bounds. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Tackle. Panther 11. Ready.
On first down, it's Milroe. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
Christian Watson out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the 31, here is second down and 5.
19 Lions. Let's go now. 76.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 15. Good for a Green Bay first down.
A gain of 15.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Mustang 19.
The man in motion is Watson. Throwing now, Milroe on first down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down.
First down, Packers.
To throw again is Milroe. Exiting the pocket right. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
A loss of 5 yards. It's second down.
Okay.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the gun, it's Milroe. Forced to his right. He'll get this out to Henderson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here we go, here we go.
On third down, Henderson. And he's going to be stopped well short of the first down. Gain of 6, but it brings up fourth down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Packers will extend their third quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
On the return, here's Mims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. Hot. 180. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Hot.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Hall. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Third down and 3.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. Hot. 180. Place hot.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead...
And now, will you look at this? It's a fake. That is down the field and caught. And this is going to be a first down. That is a head coach not afraid to roll the dice. This time it pays off and a first down. Now Burrow on the bootleg. Moving to his left. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Panther 6, 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals, go!
Now Milroe on first down. Catch made there, left side by Walker. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
On the pickup. It's second and inches at the 38-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Now it's Milroe. Rolling right. He's going to tuck it and go.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the mark.
They run straight ahead with Henderson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll motion over Sammy.
19.
Again, it's Henderson. He'll take this ahead for a yard, down to the 49. But Forrest Buckner brings him down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats, and that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
33 yards on the play. First down, Green Bay.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Probably see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
To the air, it's Milrow. Look wide, get this one complete. And he's going to be forced out of bounds. Still plenty of work to do. 3rd and long coming up.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Milrow. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This from 34 yards. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Packers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Take it to the house. Here we go. 180. Right shot. Shot.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
That's good.
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
1st and 10.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
They'll set up the screen to Hall. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
It is 2nd and 9.
Gun. Shot. Shot. 180. 180 shot.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow here on second down. His pass taken in by Shaheed. Still on his feet. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. Pickup of 46 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run. It's Hall. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up second and goal.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Let's get set. Right 80. Legs hot. Dot.
Hall, and this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
From back at the 5, here now third and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Dot. Right 80. 11. Dot.
Now, Burrow under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. Fourth down and goal.
12. Dot.
Burrow to the goal line and in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown Steelers. His 4th TD grab of the season. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now, Folk on for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Steelers are able to edge a bit closer.
Steelers 14.
Following the touchdown, Browning on to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready up. 19 Tiger. Ready.
They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. Ooh, well, now you see it, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, here comes second and 4. Once more, it's Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and He put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. A run, and this is Henderson. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. On the toss, it's Henderson. He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They get an even 20 on that one. 1st down, Packers.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From out of the gun, they're going to run with Henderson. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. 2nd down, they need 7. Here's the first carry from the from Kentucky, Ray Davis. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the visiting Packers. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.